Hey guys, it's Vash. Welcome to a discussion slash impression slash thoughts video about Resident Evil 3 Remake. If you've been living under a rock the past couple days, Resident Evil 3, the remake, was officially announced a couple days ago at the PlayStation's Experience. No, not Experience. The PlayStation Sony State of Play, right? My bad, I'm naming all these different things. So today, I wanted to check out the trailer and point out some stuff that I noticed that maybe you guys noticed also or didn't notice, or maybe you see things in it that I didn't see that we can talk about and discuss in the comment section. I wrote a letter. I wrote like some bullet points and stuff I want to talk about in the trailer. I also mentioned something that's in the developer's commentary video. It's another video. There's only like one little section that I wanted to mention that's important, but we're gonna talk about some Resident Evil for the next 15 minutes or so. I hope. I'll try to be quick. I won't talk as much. So first thing I want to mention is Jill's new design. Jill is now wearing a tank top with an undershirt and jeans. Before, she wore a tube top and a miniskirt with like knee-high boots. And or they weren't knee-high, they were about halfway thigh, or not thigh, what the hell? They were high boots, okay? The funny thing is I've actually seen a lot of people complain about Jill's new design, saying that, man, she looks just like 2013's Tomb Raider, just a shirt and jeans. That's so bland and boring. And it's like, dude, you know that women wearing shirts and jeans, tank tops were like a thing before Tomb Raider? Like, why do they have to compare it to Tomb Raider? I guess because she wore something similar? That's so stupid. Claire wore like a tank top with like an undershirt. I don't get it. Why are people nitpicking? Well, I mean, that's just how people are. It's whatever. It's silly. I like her new design. It doesn't bother me at all. It's more practical, in my opinion, than her running around in a tube top and a skirt. And plus, if you pre-order the damn game, you can get her tube top and her skirt, so you don't have to complain about it. But I think her design looks fine. It looks more practical. It looks more... I don't know. It's just silly. What the hell? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's not a big a deal. I do know that the model that they casted for Jill, I don't know who she is. I don't think we know yet, but she's gorgeous, and they did a really good job. Jill is beautiful in this game. She looks amazing. Next thing I want to talk about is Carlos. Carlos's new design. Oh boy! When I first saw Carlos's new design, I was like, wow, that looks like Miguel from Tekken. He looks just like Miguel from Tekken. Like, you sure that's not Miguel? Like, holy shit. He looks just like Miguel. But they had to change Carlos's design because low-key, Carlos kind of looked like a white guy that was brown. And Carlos is from South America, apparently. According to his wiki, it says a man of mixed Latino American and indigenous origins. I guess they don't even know. He was an active member of communist guerrilla operations South America. South American. I guess. I just after I got over my whole, like, he just looks like Miguel from Tekken. I like, now that I've seen him in motion in the trailers, he looks really good. He looks like a living, breathing soldier, because OG Carlos looked like a supermodel out there with his pretty boy hair and his muscles and his unhairy ass. He just looked like a damn, like, he looked like the perfect male action figure, you know what I mean? And like, it was kind of like unbelievable to see Carlos out there all like boyishly good looks in this like ragtag team of, you know, mercenaries. I don't know, it's just more believable. After I saw Carlos in motion in the trailer, I was like, I'm down with this. At first, I just couldn't get over him looking like Miguel from Tekken, but after I saw him in the trailer, I'm like, yeah, he looks really nice. I like it. I like it. So it doesn't bother me at all. He looks cool. I'm cool with that. I'm down. Let's get on. Let's get it. Next thing I want to talk about is the intro. They show the intro in the trailer of Jill running away from a figure in an apartment building, or her apartment building. We don't know. They show the silhouette of the figure, and it looks like Mr. X. But if you listen, around the time when he drops and stands up from the when he drops from the ceiling and stands up, you can hear him say stars. I believe that is Nemesis chasing her through the building, and then the building blows up and she flies out the window, and then it shows Jill's face, and then that seems like it's gonna be the intro. In the original RE3, Jill blew out of the window or front door of a building, and we had no clue why or where it came from. No one knew why. As a matter of fact, there are Resident Evil chapter books by a talented author named S.D. Perry. I believe those books are canon. Last I checked, they were canon. She wrote in the books that Jill was going through like the alleys and she saw a group of zombies and slipped into a building. In the building there was a gas leak, and so she's like, I need to get to this building, I hope there's nothing in here that can get me or whatever. And then she gets grabbed by a zombie and she shoots the zombie and it blows her out of the door / window. I think it's a doorway, I don't know, I forgot. But yeah, according to the books, that's what happened. She gets chased into a building, shoots a zombie, gas leak, blows her out, and then she keeps running through the alleys. It's cool that we actually get an official way, even though like technically it's canon, official, whatever, but you still had to read a book on your own outside of the game to understand that, which, I mean, I guess. Those books are actually really good though, and I would highly recommend them because they go into a lot of detail. I read Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 3. I haven't read 2. I own it, but I haven't read it yet. But I would highly recommend them. They're really, really good books. But now we have an actual in-game explanation on what happens with the intro of RE3 when Jill blows through the window. Now we can see that. That's cool. I like stuff added to it. Now we don't have to like go read books because people don't like to read. But I still would recommend that book. It's really good. 110%. It's a damn good book. Next thing I want to talk about is the UBCS, Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. The UBCSs are the, how many are there? There's 5 of them. They are the soldiers that Jill comes across in Raccoon City. The members, which they show them in the trailer: Mikhail, Nikolai, Murphy, and Tyrell. Mikhail, as you know, is the guy that was, you know, the Russian dude that's on the train. Nikolai is like, he looks like a sexy old man now. Before, Nikolai always just looked busted and old as fuck, but like now he's like kind of sexy. No, I'm kidding. He's looking good. Murphy is the guy with the beanie. If you remember him from RE3, he was the soldier that Nikolai had to put down because he said he was infected. When you find him in that pharmacy area, where I think you get the gas in the original RE3. I think that's where it's at. And Tyrell is the, you meet him as Carlos when you're running around the hospital looking for the cure for Jill after she gets infected during that clock tower fight with Nemesis. So they show all of them. You can see what they all look like. It's pretty cool. They look nice. I mean, they're still very similar to their normal designs. You know, Tyrell still has his glasses. Murphy has his beanie. You know, everyone looks, they didn't really do a lot of changes with them. Next I want to talk about is Brad Vickers, or I like to call him Brad Thickers, because Brad's got some beef on him. He's been eating good. Brad's got some meat on him. New design for Brad, and it's not really new, I guess. It's just Brad, but he looks different. He's thicker. We all know what happens to Brad, so GG. But you can see Brad in the trailer. He talks to Jill for a bit. For a split second in the trailer, you can see a hunter. I will put a screenshot of the exact scene of when you see the hunter. Towards the end of the trailer, they can show Jill kind of flipping out, seeing herself turn into a zombie into a mirror. I'm guessing that's a callback to her getting infected during her fight at the clock tower with Nemesis. Maybe that was a dream, like a fever dream she was having while she was knocked out during the time Carlos was looking for it. I don't know. We don't know. I'm just guessing. That's what I'm guessing that could be about. One thing I noticed in the trailer that I wanted to point out, and I saw someone else, some friends on Twitter pointed this out too, and I wanted to talk about it because low-key, I think it might be Capcom just using assets. So in the trailer, you can see Jill running towards a helicopter, and on the tail of the helicopter, it has M08008A on the tail of the helicopter. If you played RE2 Remake, you'll notice that that is the same helicopter that crashed into the RPD when Leon and Claire were in the RPD. Now hear me out, this is what I'm thinking. In the trailer, they also show the helicopter go down. I'm guessing that's the helicopter that Nemesis shoots down during the clock tower fight. But the clock tower fight happens before Resident Evil 2, because during the time that she does that fight, she gets infected, she's knocked out, and then Carlos goes and finds the cure. During that period is when RE2 happens, and then she wakes up after Carlos gives her the cure, and then RE2 has happened already, and then 3 continues. So in the trailer, they show the helicopter go down. When we played RE2, we never saw or found out what happened to that helicopter. We just know that whoever was flying it decided to park it in the side of RPD. It has the same number on it. I'll put a screenshot of it. You can see it. M08008A. It's the same helicopter. Now, I'm not saying that there's some, like, maybe that fight was going on at the same time as RE2. They could adjust the story or change things. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they could change it up a little bit. Maybe that helicopter, because a lot of people were calling it in RE2 that Nemesis shot that helicopter down. A lot of people were saying that, and I was like, that's silly. Why? Like, this RE3 happened already. Like, that part happened already by the time they're in the thing. But this is a remake. They can adjust the story. The funny thing is that we're sitting here theorizing about this helicopter. Low-key, this could just be Capcom just reusing the same damn asset helicopter that, you know, when you think about it, it could just be the same helicopter they just decided to use, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I don't think anyone has noticed that the numbers on the back of the helicopter are the same as the ones in the trailer. So who knows? We may be thinking too deep into it. Maybe it has some sort of connection. We finally know why that helicopter crashed in RE2, because we have no clue why that helicopter crashed. No idea in Remake. So maybe that'll explain it. But yeah, the helicopters have the same number on the back. The one in the trailer and the one that crashed into the RPD. So that's a cool thing I wanted to point out. Another thing I want to talk about is the dodge mechanic. Resident Evil 3 had a dodge mechanic in it that made it very unique. And they added the dodge mechanic back in the developer commentary video. I'll put the clip of it of Jill dodging the zombie. It looks similar to Revelations 2, where you just kind of pick a direction and press circle or whatever, and then they just dodge in that direction. So you don't have to time your attacks anymore, thank God, because I was never good at it. In original RE3, to dodge, you had to attack at the same time you were attacked, and you would dodge out the way and shoot or dodge and push a zombie back. So I'm glad that they changed it to where it looks like it's just, you just press a button and you dodge. Towards the end of the trailer, they also show a package that looks like a weapon for Nemesis. It's probably his rocket launcher. And then they show Nemesis open his eye with his fugly face. And then we are hit at the end with a release date of April 3rd, 2020. So, Resident Evil 3 Remake, boys. The hype train has left the station. It is game time. I know that I've said in the past that I didn't like Resident Evil 3. I didn't like it because I thought Nemesis was punk and it wasn't fun to me. But with there being remakes, they might make it better. It might be much more tolerable or worse. Who knows? We'll know when it comes out. I love new video games, and Resident Evil is one of my all-time favorite franchises, and I'm excited when they announce new games. So those are things that I've noticed in the trailer. I'm actually really excited. I expected the game to come out more in September, to be kind of similar to the game happening in September. I thought that would be kind of cool, but April isn't too bad. I do know that we have a buttload of games coming out in like March, April, and May. It's gonna be, we're all gonna be broke, man. There's so many games coming out. But yeah, what are some things that you noticed in the trailer that I might have missed? What are some things that you are excited about in Resident Evil 3? What are, just talk, have fun, discuss in the comments. Let's enjoy video games and talking about all this stuff. I really enjoy it. So thank you guys for listening to me for like 13 minutes or whatever. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, a great day, a beautiful afternoon, and an awesome night. If it is your birthday, you dastardly dog, happy birthday to you. And if it is your birthday, you gorgeous gal, happy birthday to you too. Also, it's my birthday today, so happy birthday to me. It is December 12th, my birthday today. So thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful everything. Be good people.